I used to work at a secret research facility in 2003. We were told never to talk about the wildlife interference. I don't know if I should be posting this, but screw it, it's been over 20 years, and no one ever believed me anyway. Maybe someone out there can explain what I saw that night. Back in 2003, I worked security at a government-funded research site. Not gonna say where, but let's just say it was out in the middle of nowhere, far enough that if something went wrong, no one would hear the screams. The facility was a fortress, barbed wire, keycard access everywhere, armed patrols at night. Most of the time, it was boring. Scientists came in, scientists left, and we were just there to make sure nobody messed with their work. But there was one project that always gave me the creeps. They called it Project Chimera. Even the other guards didn't know much about it, just that it involved biological stuff and that the scientists working on it never looked well rested. It was a quiet night shift. I was doing my usual rounds, walking the perimeter of the high security labs. Then my radio crackled. Containment breach in Lab 3. Non-human interference. I remember thinking, what the hell does that mean? It wasn't unauthorized personnel. It wasn't security risk. It was non-human. I ran toward Lab 3, and when I got there, I saw two scientists standing outside, looking absolutely terrified. Through the glass observation window, I saw it. A deer. A goddamn deer was standing inside the secured laboratory, right in the middle of all their high-tech equipment, its hooves tapping against the floor. It looked wrong. Not sick, not injured, just wrong. Its movements were jerky, its breathing was too slow. Its eyes were milky white, and I swear to God, for a second, I thought it was looking directly at me. One of the scientists, Dr. Nakamura, I think, was practically hyperventilating. She kept muttering something like, "It's interacting with the Matrix. This wasn't supposed to happen." Then the lights flickered. And everything went to hell. There was this low humming noise, like a power station warming up, but deeper, more alive. The air felt thick, like walking through syrup. The deer just stood there, its body twitching slightly, and the machines around it started sparking. Then, for a split second, it wasn't a deer anymore. I don't know how to explain it. It was still there, but its shape was warping, like it was being pulled apart and put back together at the same time. I could see other things inside it. Patterns, shapes that didn't belong in a living creature. The scientists were screaming at each other, trying to shut the system down. I grabbed my radio and yelled, "We have a serious problem in Lab 3. But the second I said that, the deer snapped its head toward me so fast I heard its neck crack. And then it was gone. No explosion, no dramatic escape, just gone, like someone had flicked a switch and erased it from reality. The humming stopped. The machines went dead. The air felt normal again. They shut down the lab immediately. The higher-ups came in the next morning, cleared everything out, and told us not to ask questions. I overheard one of the researchers whispering that they found something left behind where the deer had been standing, a residue, some kind of organic material that didn't match anything they had on record. But no one ever explained what happened to the deer. They told us it was a security failure. That the deer had somehow wandered in through a ventilation shaft, which was bullshit, because I had walked that perimeter for months, and there was no way a full-grown deer made it past all that security. A few weeks later, Project Chimera was shut down completely. The lab was sealed off, and the lead researchers were reassigned or just disappeared. I put in my resignation not long after. But sometimes, I still dream about that night. About the way the air felt wrong. About the deer's eyes, milky white, staring straight through me. And the way. For just a second. I swear it knew what I was thinking.